Well, good evening, and good evening once again. Hi, hello. My name is Pebbles, founder of Missing Lost in Traffic, founder of Lured Lost and Unsolved. It is now 9:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I thank you all so very much for taking time out of your busy schedules and tuning into this live stream today. I would like for you, and you to begin sharing this live stream with your family members. I would love for you to begin sharing this live stream with your friends. I would love for you to share this live stream with any missing person groups that you are a part of. I would love for you to begin sharing this live stream to any unsolved or unidentified person groups that you are a part of. I want you to tag others in the live stream. I'm going to try to start promptly at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to act, and I need someone to kind of act as a moderator for you to hold your questions, for you to hold your concerns, for you to pause on a lot of remarks that you may want to make. Some of you are going to ask a lot of questions anyway, until I have completed reading 1, 2, 3, 4 notebook pages, whereas I have written out quite a story for you tonight. But unfortunately, this is a very much true story that I've written out. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Giving others time to join. I said that I would start at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I just want to be a woman of my word. This is a very, very important live stream, so I don't want to be tardy. I want to give you time to to make the phone calls. The calls are going out. You're going to want to make phone calls about this live stream. You're going to want to make those phone calls. You're going to want to text others. You're going to want to do all of that for this live stream today. So, you want to do all those things for this live stream. Okay, that's just how important what I have to say, what I will be explaining to you really is at this very moment. And what I like for you to do also is to keep the family of Emma Baum in your prayers. So I want you to keep her family in your prayers. Keep them lifted up in prayer. Thank you so much for keeping her family lifted up in prayer. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It is now 9:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It may be 8:57 where you are. And at 10 o'clock, I want to go ahead and start reading from 1, 2, 3, 4 notebook pages that I've written now. I've written quite a story out. It is not a fairy tale. It is a real story. Okay? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming in. Someone tell me how many shares we have. How many people are viewing? What's going on? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Can you hear me? Sound check. I need to do all that. Sound check all of that right now, right? I need to make sure that you can hear me very well. Someone talk to me in comments. Let me know if you can hear me. What's going on? What's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Someone say something. Sound check right now. That's what I'm doing right now. Sound check. See everything clear. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you so very much. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you so very much. All right. Thank you. All right. It is now 9:59 p.m. Please keep the family of Emma Baum in your prayers. Thank you so much. 9:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be 10 o'clock p.m. in just a moment here. It will be 10 o'clock p.m. in just a moment. $9:59 still. Now it is 10 o'clock p.m. I want to give you a flashback to the past. The Northwest Indiana Times reported a Lake County coroner was preparing to leave the scene of a homicide that took place on September 22nd in the 2200 block of Broadway in Gary, Indiana. Terry Lee Davis was found shot to death in an alley behind an abandoned liquor store. Terry was only 25 years old at the time of his death. A former Gary police officer by the name of David Finley, who served as an officer from July 2009 until his resignation shortly after his September 2012 federal drug charges were filed in the U.S. District Court, was accused of driving a then 21-year-old Jarvis Sanders to an area near the 2200 block of Broadway and picking him up after Sanders shot 25-year-old Terry L. Davis multiple times in an alley, behind an abandoned liquor store. We're going to fast forward just a bit. The Chicago Tribune reported on February 14th of 2024 that a judge granted a request Wednesday of that week to drop the case, or drop charges rather, against Jarvis Sanders and David Finley, in connection with the homeless Gary man's murder, court records show. Deputy Prosecutor Bradley Carter wrote in court filings he couldn't prove the case. Both men could have their charges refiled on a later date, the Chicago Tribune reported. In February of 2024, charges were reportedly dropped against Jarvis Sanders and David Finley. Ironically, in February of 2024, charges were filed on Emma Alexandria Baum Waddle for possession of cocaine just days before Jarvis Sanders and David Finley charges were dropped. I know many of you may be asking, well, what's a dirty cop and his alleged accomplice murder plot or alleged murder plot has to do? What does this have to do with Emma Baum? Well, what does this have to do with her disappearance? Where are you going with this? Pebbles, are you okay? I'm quite fine. I need you to keep listening. And I need you to keep listening very closely as I explain the relevance. On November 2nd of 2024, that date fell on a Saturday, Abigail Smith emailed Missing Lost in Traffic. Smith wrote, Emma did also witness the Terry Davis murder that happened a few years ago. The homeless man at the gas station behind the liquor mart. The man accused of the shooting was let go this year as well. I don't know if we should push for them to look into the possibility of her running into that guy on the street, if it's not the boyfriend. I don't know if that's something to be worried about. Emma also does wear wigs sometimes. Anything else I can do to help, please let me know. Well, on November 2nd, when Miss Smith, and that is one of Emma's sisters, when she emailed me, neither I or possibly Abigail Smith fully realized how much that tad bit of information would help me. I didn't fully realize how relevant the November 2nd email Abigail Smith sent to me was until last night, until Friday, February 21st, the 21st of this month. You should know that more than 2 weeks after Emma's possession of cocaine case was opened as a new filing, well, on February 26th of 2024, a cash bond was entered in the clerk's office for Emma. Then, just a few months later, on June 20th of 2024, Emma was jailed again, according to court records, on the same cocaine charge. Emma remained behind bars until October 3rd of 2024. What Emma may not have known, what her sister, Abigail Smith, may not have known, and what I just learned as of last night, is Emma's boyfriend, Antwon Cordell Dante Butler, and Jarvis J. Sanders shared the same residential address in the 3400 block of Rhode Island when Emma was released from jail on October 3rd of 2024. After I learned that Jarvis and Antwon shared the same mailing address in Gary, Indiana, I remember seeing a text message Antwon sent to Abby saying he didn't really live in Gary and that he was a Michigan resident. I became a resident of the state of Michigan. I became even more curious about his origins, and while reviewing previous states Antwon lived in, I learned that Antwon had previously resided in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ironically, Jarvis Sanders relocated to Minneapolis after getting a traffic ticket back in November of 2024. Some of you may have already speculated that Jarvis played a direct role in Emma's disappearance. Maybe you have come to the conclusion that the police dropped the ball. And, well, Sanders is somewhere moving about as he pleased. Well, I'm pleased to tell you that what you are thinking isn't so. In January of 2025, Jarvis Sanders was one of 4 people charged in a St. Paul drive-by shooting, allegedly targeting the wrong car and killing a father. In an interview with police, okay, I'm going to quote KSTP News. KSTP News reported Sanders said he moved to Minnesota from Gary, Indiana to get a fresh start and knows Jasmine and Malik Rawls, the complaint states. Sanders had previously been charged in a murder case in Indiana, but prosecutors dropped the case when a witness died. Jarvis faced 2 counts of aiding and abetting, second-degree murder, and 6 counts of attempted second-degree murder in connection with a November 22nd drive-by shooting near the Rondo Community Library. You may post the questions that you have in the chat, and at a later time, I will do my very best to respond to any clarifying questions that you have pertaining to the events that I have explained during this live stream. This live stream will be downloaded and it will be uploaded to YouTube. It will also be uploaded to TikTok and uploaded to Facebook as well. As this live stream may be trashed due to a change in storage settings. About 30 days from now. I'm definitely going to keep the family of Emma Baum in my prayers. I pray that they get the closure that they need and that they deserve from the Gary Police Department, because the Gary Police Department owes them that. Pebbles, founder of Missing, Lost, and Trafficked, is now signing out.